One of the most important things we can do to shake up Springfield is to put term limits on the career politicians. America had a great philosophy of government. Public service as a way of giving back. And not as a career, but as a way to serve, take some tough decisions, do the right thing for the people, for the families of our nation, and then leave office and let other leaders come forward. We need that mindset in Springfield. We've lost our way as a state. Corruption, cronyism, patronage, and folks who were down there for decades, virtually politics is almost a business for them. The career politicians, Pat Quinn and his cronies, they don't like term limits. And they don't want it. It's shaking up that culture and their control down in Springfield. We submitted those signatures. They challenged the signatures to make sure they're valid, and we passed those challenges. We collected far more signatures than we needed. But then we were sued in court to block the petitions getting on the ballot. And this is unfortunate. So we are going to do that. We are not going to give up. We're going to take this to the appellate court. And then, you know what, whichever side wins in the appellate court, it will end up going to the Supreme Court because neither side wants to give up on this. We want the people to carry the day, we want the voters to decide, but the politicians and the special interest groups, they'll block it. Either way, it will go to the Supreme Court. We believe that if the Supreme Court does take the case, that they will decide in support of putting term limits on the ballot as an initiative. The voters deserve that voice. And we believe that we have changed the language in this constitutional amendment so it's different from 1994. It is structural and procedural in its change. In 94, the case lost by 4-3, so term limits were not put forward. We believe this time term limits should get on the ballot, and when it's on the ballot, they will pass because the vast majority of voters in both political parties support term limits. So what we're asking is that the appellate court give us an expedited hearing and an expedited decision, and then let us take this to the Supreme Court on an expedited basis. For some reason the courts don't decide the right way, we will not give up. Evan and I are going to win this race. We will support term limits once we're in office, and we will campaign hard for candidates throughout the General Assembly who also support term limits. If we can't do it through the courts, we'll do it through the political process with candidates, get them in office so we get term limits, change that culture in Springfield.